everybody, welcome to this week's episode of our Town Hall series hosted by Certified Physician Assistant Consulting. I'm Casey D'Amato. If you don't know me, I'm president of Certified PA Consulting. I am a PA, business owner. I've managed multi-million-dollar medical practices, owned businesses, sold businesses, and everything in between. I'm also a certified life coach, and I help PAs and NPs and physicians navigate salary negotiations, contract negotiations, business decisions, scaling a business, starting a business, making career decisions for themselves and their personal goals. I've been doing this since 2009, and now this is what I do full time to pay it back to my peers and provide a service based on my experience that many people don't have the opportunity to have. So I'm here every single week providing a new free video talking about topics that come up all the time with our private clients. We offer private client services, private client coaching at Certified PA Consulting, as well as on-demand courses. This week we're talking about social media, friend or foe. So this is a topic that comes up very often. As a medical provider, what do you do about social media? Do you have it public? Do you not? Do you use it as a marketing tool? What do you do with your social media channels? And really the way that I think about social media is sort of in three different uses. So the first use is that you use social media personally. You post pictures of your vacation, of your children or your pets or your family activities, and it's not really designed for anything professional use. And if that's the case, then you want to have your social media channels set with the highest level of privacy, because it's not appropriate for patients to contact you through social media, to DM you and ask you questions or request refills or an appointment time or a medical question. It would not be appropriate. So if that's the way you use social media for personal use, it is not appropriate to have patients contact you that way, and you would want to have your privacy settings set at the highest level of privacy. Then there's sort of a middle ground, and this is people who like to educate and talk a bit about their specialty. They're passionate about what they do. They maybe want to post a new article, or they want to share an experience, or they want to talk about something that's educational related to their field, a new study that came out, or something like that. And so this is sort of a hybrid where people, medical professionals, are interested to share information, new information that's relevant to their specialty, but they're not necessarily marketing on social media or wanting to engage. So in this scenario, patients probably will find you and see you as an authority, which is great because then you're an expert. But you do not want to engage with private messages. You certainly do not want to be giving medical advice. And if you're just sharing published articles and things like that, that most likely would be perceived as appropriate from your employer. But if you're giving personal opinions, then you want to be careful if your employer is going to be comfortable with that, because you don't want them to be perceiving that you're giving medical advice, which is not appropriate. So the first way to use social media is personal use only. Set your privacy settings really high. Definitely no engagement with patients. The second use is you use social media personally, but you also like to educate on it and share published articles and things like that, new research in your specialty or something new, or maybe you're speaking or you're doing something and you want to share that. Patients may find you. You may want to set your profile as public. Definitely still not appropriate to engage. And you also want to be careful, depending on what you're posting, that your employer is comfortable with that. And then the third use for social media is people that leverage social media for marketing, for growing their business or practice. And this is really critical for specialties that maybe are cash pay, not insurance. So you need to attract patients in other ways other than patients looking in their insurance book or something like that. So this can be like aesthetics or functional medicine, things like that. You're probably going to be heavily using social media because you want to share your expertise, you want to share information, share articles, share some casual tips and things without giving medical advice, and you want people to engage and share and interact. And in this scenario, it may be appropriate for people to DM you, to ask for more information. Now, it's not appropriate to give medical advice. You should have a sort of a templated response that basically says, I would love to talk with you about this further. You can schedule an appointment with me by doing X, Y, and Z, whether it's telemedicine or in person or what have you, to do an official evaluation and consultation. So if you're using social media as the third option, really as a marketing tool to attract patients, it can be appropriate to be messaged from patients. You want to have a templated response that what you're going to respond to and how you're going to respond to those people without giving medical advice, so that there's no legal issues there. And also, of course, if you are working for somebody else, 100% you want to make sure that that person is comfortable and supports and encourages social media engagement and social media marketing to attract patients. So when I think about social media, friend or foe, when it comes to medical providers, I think about, one, are you using it personally? In which case, you're using it personally, turn on your privacy. Definitely patients are not seeing it. Then use it, have fun with it, and there it is. 2, you're using it for social engagement as well as professional, in which case you want to have it publicly set, and then you can adjust how you respond to people. Probably not appropriate to speak in DMs. And 3rd, you're using it as a marketing tool to attract patients, in which case you definitely want to be encouraging people to reach out to you, and you would have a templated response on how you're going to answer those people. So that's the way I think about it. For option 2 and 3, you want to make sure your employer has approved and is comfortable with the way you're using social media. For option 1, you're using it for personal use. And if your employer is encouraging you to use social media and you're not comfortable, that's something to think about, because if they're expecting that of you and you're not comfortable doing that, it might not be the best fit. So if you have more questions about using social media, or you're interested in working with us with your career goals, click the links below. We offer private coaching one-on-one. We can customize and help you navigate these complex waters in today's society about leveraging social media to grow your patient following and to market yourself, to establish yourself as an expert, or if you want to keep your privacy settings really high and not leverage social media at all. So it's a bit of a complex question. I hope that that clarified a few things for some of you that have questions about social media. I look forward to working with you. Check out all of our free videos at certifiedpaconsulting.com, our YouTube channel, our website. Click the links below. Feel free to contact us if you have questions anytime, and I'll see you next week.